Welcome to
House of Whimsical Terror.
I'm Esther.
I'm Mary.
And we're coming to you from Tucson, Arizona.
And we're telling real stories of the fantastic.
All of our stories are true or told to us as true.
And occasionally we alter names to protect privacy.
Places for the same reason.
That's right. And today's story is...
Spotting Evil. Yes.
Good topic.
And we just want to say that our beautiful Doberman is with us. So if you hear, Doberman type noises, that would be
that's what
him.
It is.
Yes.
And you probably will, because that's what he does.
Yes, he's very insistent about his ball right now. He wants us to throw it all the time, but we are trying to ignore.
Right. So he wants to be a guest on the podcast.
Oh, he is.
He kind of is. Yeah.
So this story takes place years ago. My son was only about 4. So it was a long, long time ago. And I was going to be presenting at a national conference in St. Louis. And I was going with a group of colleagues from here in Tucson that I think one other one was presenting and the other 2 were just going to be at the conference. And we were very excited about it. Mostly they were excited about going on a riverboat casino.
Oh,
which, riverboat sounds awesome to me, but the casino part, I had never been to a casino at that point and don't really want to be at one now. Not that there's anything wrong with it. It's not my jam.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So we get to St. Louis and we have like our first day of conferencing and they're all like, let's go to the casino. And I was like, really don't want to. I think I'm going to just stay back, and maybe wander around St. Louis near where the conference was being held. And they convinced me. They're like, no, the meals are amazing. You get to be on a riverboat. They really convinced me with all the things that attract me. Like, of course I want to be on a
History,
riverboat.
riverboats, Mississippi.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly. So I'm like, okay. So we go, and sure enough, it is beautiful. We walk into like this, there's red velvet wallpaper and red velvet chairs, and the food was amazing. For like $7, we had this amazing meal, and I was just like, thank God I didn't miss this because this is really lovely. So I don't know, maybe they gave us about 45 minutes to eat. And suddenly this industrial wall just opens up and a whole section of the beautiful, like, red velvet wallpaper is suddenly gone. The brocade is, bye-bye. And in rushes all of this cigarette smoke. Because back then, I think now you can smoke in casinos too. And it was just gross. You know how much I adore cigarette smoke.
Oh, yeah. One of your favorite things. Sure.
Yeah. No. So it was nasty.
Yeah,
and all cigarette
awful.
smoke comes out. I'm like, oh my gosh, this is hell. And then the sound of a casino was so loud. Like it was muffled when the door was shut. And now suddenly it's like ding, 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 clang, 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 or whatever. It was just like loud, annoying sounds. And I thought, okay, they jump up and run. After they had warned me about the roving bands of thieves that operate in these casinos and to be very careful. And now I'm like, I don't know where I'm going or what the thieves look at. And they made us get out of the restaurant. Like, that's it. We were done. Now they're going to close that door. And we were in the casino. So I went out. I don't know where anybody is. It's 3 floors, which is weird because you think of a riverboat as maybe 2, but it was, quite a few floors. So everybody's gone. I don't know where they are. It's chaos to me.
Right. And there's roving bands.
Alleged roving bands of bandits. Yes. So I think, okay, those slot machines are pretty easy. Like they look like giant toys. It'd be super easy to like grab
that would be my pick.
Yeah. Grab a slot machine and do that. So I look around at the signs and go and buy $25 worth of quarters. At the time, that was a lot of money to me.
Right.
And it is today. So I go and I get the quarters in my little container and I'm looking around at like something that looks innocuous. So I see this lady who is with her husband in matching Hawaiian shirts and they're wearing like little shorts, little cargo shirts. And and flip-flops. And I'm like, oh, they look safe. In retrospect, they were probably the
roving bandits.
Maybe.
You never know.
They could have been. But anyway, they looked somehow safe to me. So I go and sit down next to the lady, and, there's no one on my right. And I start figuring out the slot machine, and pretty simple and kind of boring, but, I've got a couple hours to kill before
you're stuck on a boat.
Yeah, because we have to wait till they land, right? So the lady on my left is getting up to leave, and suddenly someone on my right comes and sits down, and I instantly feel chilled. I feel like I'm in danger.
Ooh.
And I look at her just slightly in my peripheral, and she seems like not, someone I need to be afraid of. She was very gaunt, like very, very kind of sallow and gaunt. Frail, yeah.
Mm.
And a man was with her, but he was standing over her. He wasn't sitting down anywhere. So I thought that was weird. I'm like, why is he just going to stand there while she plays with the slot machine? She also didn't seem someone who would have fun at a slot machine. Mm-hmm. And the other odd thing, there's our Doberman leaving.
That's the Doberman leaving.
I'm playing, but she is taking this money out of her container and putting it in the machine, and it almost looked like water. Like it was very liquid, very fluid. Like she would just scoop it up and pour it into the little slot. And it was just weird. And I thought, that's a strange thing, because you can like see me like taking the quarters out and putting them in and pulling the lever. And every once in a while I should lean back and talk to her. The man who was with her, and I'm kind of looking at them on my peripheral, and he's like this tall, thin, like dark-haired man who seems really dangerous. There is something about him that just sends all my alarm bells ringing. And I don't look at them directly, but I'm, kind of noting them. And I thought, okay, I need to get up. I need to leave here where I am. I pulled my purse over and, a little tighter in front of me and all of that. But I just, for some reason, just didn't feel like I was in a safe place with them. Mm-hmm. So I'm starting to get up, and I think to myself, note them. Like,
right.
As you're getting up, look at them directly and avoid them later in the casino. Like, just get away from them, but note what they look like so you can avoid them. So getting up, and she's like doing her thing, and she leans back and starts to talk to him again. And as I'm getting up, I look directly at them, and she is turned around talking to nothing. There is no one there.
Whoa.
Mary, I had seen him. I know it was my peripheral, but I had seen clearly. I knew what he, kind of his general essence. And she was talking to him.
Right.
So I know she saw him, but I definitely had in my, you can see she was very close enough for me to reach out and touch, because she's right in the slot machine next to me. And I had seen him there.
Oof.
He was not there.
Wow. That's terrifying, Esther. It's terrifying.
Yep. I left there and just went outside and looked at the Mississippi going by, and beautiful muddy Mississippi. And
who knows what the history of, the Mississippi and the riverboats and who knows?
Oh, true, Mary. I didn't think about that. You're right, because riverboats up and down, who knows?
Yeah.
I mean, I assume that riverboat was a reconstruction of an older one, but who knows about that?
Still, sensing evil.
Yeah.
Great topic. It reminds me of this time when I lived in Denver. I wanted to go eat a hamburger at this restaurant. That was it was a bar. Okay, it was a bar. Right. But they served burgers.
Yeah.
And so I called one of my friends, and I said, you want to meet me down there? And it was kind of divey. All right. It was kind of divey. It was super dark also, but they had great burgers. So my friend meets me down there, and we order these burgers, and we're hanging out, and it was like set up so that there were these booths, and then there were some pool tables that were across from the booths, and then there was this front door, the entry door it was like an industrial oversized door. So we're like eating and chatting and in the smoky divey bar. Right, it's a long time ago. Right. And the door swings open, and it swung open with a lot of force. So we look over because it was like, it drew your attention. And this man comes in, and he's kind of nondescript. There was nothing remarkable, particularly about him. But he comes in and he goes around the pool tables, and then he walks by our table. And after he passes, the person I'm having dinner with says, "Did you feel that?" And I said, "Yes, I did." This man emanated an energy that was pure evil. I mean, you could feel it. It was visceral. Mm-hmm. There was just something about him. Mm-hmm. It was so strong that my friend, who's not like us, not someone who would think about or feel or, go to say, "Did you sense that?" Yeah. Felt it. Right. It was like just emanating from him. Yeah. So we followed, she followed him. We followed him with our eyes for a little while, but then he went around the corner, and so we finish and we're like, let's just go that way. So right. And so we left out the other door, but when you have that topic, sensing evil, it was that same type of thing. But this guy, he was 100% real, as far as I could tell. Yeah. But he still got that essence. The essence, the energy. It's kind of like, when you walk into a room, I mean, you can usually feel like, what's the temperature of the room? Like, what's the tempo? What's the energy of the people around the people? Yep. Yeah. I mean, but those are rare, fortunately, occasions that I would have a visceral response like that. Yeah. And it's never happened again. I hope to not ever have it again. It was really quite, it was chilling. Yeah. It was chilling, right? Yep. Same for you. Exactly. Yeah. Well, there. Yeah. But yeah. So we would love to hear about your experiences with creepy, evil people. So if you are on our social media, we have an Instagram, House of Whimsical Terror. We do. And we also, of course, on Podbean, we have some wonderful followers there. We'd love to have more. Yeah. But if you have experiences like that, we'd love to hear about them. And I do check the Podbean, and my niece checks the Instagram, and I do too. I've been looking over, checking out the Instagram, so I'm going to do that more. But tell us your stories. We are interested. Email your stories. Email them or post them, and we'll read them. Oh yeah, we'll make it an episode. Yep. Yeah. So it's House of Whimsical Terror, WHIM. Yes. ISCAL at gmail.com. And that'll be in the notes too. So for this episode. And our Doberman was pretty silent for most of it. He was. You could hear his little click clacking, and you're going in and out. In and out. Yeah. Yeah. And then he tried to sit on your lap at one point, but which is always fun. Which is why I'm glad we're not doing YouTube. Right. Yeah, I am. I'm real happy about that. Doberman on your lap. Yeah. So I would like to say thank you, everyone, for joining us. And I hope that you will come back, and we would like you to listen to more stories. Let your friends know about us. And for now, so long, good friends. Until next time, when we meet back at the house.